Welcome to Insider Access by Profits Taken. The Discord server is part of the overall offering for Insider Access, and I wanted to give everybody a brief tour so that you could have an understanding of what the different features are and the great value that comes from our Discord server, which has hundreds of different commands and pro tools. Let's get started right away. So here you are in the Insider Day feed, and the short story on the Insider Day feed, the brief overview rather, is that this is an area where we provide just macro level different information on the markets. You can see here, these are some of our opening comments to start the day. I may include some screenshots just on things that are moving the markets overall. And also for most days of the week, I do provide an overview in the morning, just as a quick note to start the trading day, particularly if anything is shifted overnight. Again, this is almost like our HQ channel to give everybody a feel for macro level items and events. Then there's the day trades and ideas section, and this is often going to be commentary intraday on markets, areas and stocks that we're targeting, ideas. Perhaps I'll add some charts here. You can see that I use the different information that we have on flow. Something that impacts intraday trading will get added here, something that adjusts our view on the day. And sometimes, of course, we'll also have levels and a variety of other items. The swing trader section is rather new, and this is populated regularly. There's a good explanation on how it works here. You can see the overview of setups and tilts to understand the difference, because you'll see some are setups and some are tilts. And this is all automated. This comes through our proprietary system. This is my team and I on what we work on. You've seen so many of our ideas populate into X over the year, thousands of different ideas in our fantastic track record. Our ideas that we port over to X always come from our finder and our tilt. And effectively, this populates regularly on trading days, and you're able to look here to get our idea on what kind of trades we are looking for, which stocks we are trading, and in which direction. Now, of course, Crypto Insiders is much of the same. If we're covering crypto, that's very straightforward. Insider emails, rather straightforward. I actually just post the emails that I send out that arrive to you via video, and the emails are such a critically important part of the Insider Access program. And effectively, what I do is I post the Insider emails, and remember, my team will post it into Discord every day. Why? Just for redundancy purposes, in case you lose access to your email, in case something happens and you need to have a different medium. And then there's a matter of convenience. Some people just say, look, I'm going to be in Discord quite a bit. May as well post the emails in there. So we do that, and you can refer back to it. It's easy, it's quick. You can look at all the different emails. There's no sifting through your inbox. Not everybody has to use this section, but if you find it convenient, which many people do, I think this is a great area for you to visit. Macro data, this is very straightforward. You can see each month I post a list of the macro data that's incoming to help you have an understanding of what's on the horizon, what's past, and then we give our commentary on it. Was it mild, meaning it doesn't really have much of an effect on the markets? Not all data does. You see that something could come in hot, meaning that we have a hot report, and of course, there's going to be context to that I will explain and dive into in our evening analysis. In the evening analysis videos that are sent straight to your inbox, give trade ideas, commentary on the market, etc. And then something can come in cooler, it can come in mixed, where there's a little bit of a mixed bag. We see some areas that are hotter, some are cooler, but you get the full macro calendar here month over month, and that's something that you can use to your advantage to keep an understanding of the markets. Like I said, it is a comprehensive view in the markets, and we aim to just go above and beyond. And that brings us to the Insider Resources section. If you are an Insider Access member, this should be the first place that you visit, and this has a multitude of different resources, whether it's videos or strategy books. Most of these are exclusive to insiders, options trading strategy books, but also our day trading guides, scalping guides, so on and so forth. So in the past that we've had this both in G Drive and also available in Discord. In the future, we will of course be archiving, deprecating G Drive, meaning it goes away, because all of this is posted here. Our resources are posted, and these are full guides, multiple pages, multiple books, all in one download. Highly recommend that you take a look at it. Probably start with the options trading book version 4.0. That is our resources. Live algo stream. So we'll have a live algo stream. You've probably heard about it. Typically it's the SPY or the QQQ. It's intraday algo stream. And you'll see that there are arrows. It's very straightforward if you want to understand it on how to use it. I will refer you back to the Start Here section, which we will close out with. But live algo stream, you can join, watch the charts live, and get audible signals as well as arrows that give you the idea of is it an up signal, a trade on the upside, or a trade to the downside. That all happens. And I aim to have that up and live for the day 2 to 3 times a week. Now, you may see it many times. It's up 5 days a week, but it's 2 to 3 times a week that I aim for. So some weeks going to be a little bit less, some more. We're constantly updating and adjusting the algorithm and testing so that we can have the best possible results. And I'm sure you've heard of it, you've seen videos, so you get the idea. Unusual whales queries. This is a really big deal, guys. So we have a full integration of the unusual whales tools. You have a full suite of over 128 commands for unusual whales. Just hit the backslash and the menu pulls up, right? And so you could choose our insider stock bot. You could choose the unusual whales. So I'll click there, and these are all the different features that you have. You could pull up charts, company information, big flow, options flow, analyst flow, congressional reports, Congress traders, contract flow. You get the idea. There's over 120 here. Flow alerts, expiry tickers, so on and so forth, all the way up to some historical data, so on and so forth. You have unusual whales at your fingertips, and you can see it's a really popular feature that everybody pulls in here. Charts on demand, pretty self-explanatory. We have a wide variety of charts that you can access, and it tells you exactly how to do that. One of them is our custom insider stock bot. So you could pull up charts of specific stocks, various information, heat maps, algo flow, so on and so forth. You can see a multitude of those here, 0 to GEX, algo flow divergences. There's just a multitude of options, and that's for you to work with yourself, pull up as you see fit. So this is something where when you combine this with the unusual whales query and the information that we have on our stock bot, you don't have to go subscribe to 10 different platforms. It's all here for you within Insider Access, and it makes it convenient. It also adds a tremendous amount of value because it's just something that we added onto the program. Now, in addition to that, we have an options flow stream giving you ideas at various intervals. What's a hot contract? What's on the move? What's on the uptick? The fastest way to do it is to automate it directly in, and we are working with Unusual Whales. We get that direct API flow right in, showing you what's hot, what's on the move in terms of options contracts, what's hot, so you can see what's on the move, right? So we see here calls on roadblocks on the ask side. So that's obviously a hot contract pushing higher. And then we have a stock update stream so that you can get news on various stocks. Again, all brought to you directly consolidated into one platform. We also track congressional trades. Again, you don't have to look at every single section, and Discord should allow you to customize your notifications. That's something you could look up the FAQs on Discord. There's a lot of information on Discord. It's a multi-billion-dollar platform. You can look up that information, but we track this. If you want to be able to track what various members of Congress are doing, we have that available for you. In terms of what I think has a lot of value to the markets right now is the reality is right now it's 2025. The president is President Donald Trump, and the president likes to post. He likes to post on Truth Social, and it's not always that his posts impact the markets, but this is a president that's very active on social media and posts a lot of things, a lot of statements, and makes a lot of announcements that are specific to the markets, specific on trade, on tariffs, on a variety of items, and his words shake the markets. Obviously, this is not a political forum. I have no interest in it. I don't really discuss political from the, this side versus that side perspective, but such that something impacts the markets, it has my interest, and it is of value to us as investors, as in traders. So we have a live stream that brings you that information instantly. And the reason that we felt that that was a good value to add in here is because it's hard to get news coming in and have so many different sources. And were you looking at the right television station, or did you have the right radio station, or were you looking at the right notification? We have it right here. So when you see a notification populate for this area, if you turn your notifications on, you know that the president just said something, and you can take a look at it. Is it something that's important? Is it not important? You'll be able to discern that and then move on from there. But again, we add that as a value feature. If you're trading during the day, it's so important. An economic news feed, much of the same here. We see different headlines and stock information on a variety of different items. Finally, start here section is very important. So really important announcements. This is start here plus announcements. I give an announcement here saying, hey, watch out for imposters. I will never write you. I will never DM you. I will never ask anybody for a single penny. I don't send DMs at all. So, if somebody writes you, it's an imposter. This is great. This is the full list of Unusual Whales queries and commands. That's how many commands we have. So if it feels overwhelming to look at, relax, sit back, pull up all the commands here. That's hundreds of commands. And like I said, there's no charge. You don't pay a single cent when you use these. These are on demand, full access for you to use. It's the same thing here. We have more information on how to do it. I guide you through. These are some of our other commands that you can use. So when you're using the Insider's stock bot, if you want to pull something up and take a look at different zones, average shoe range, the MACD, add moving averages, so on and so forth, different time frames, all the indicators and codes are there for you to pull up at your convenience. Finally, if you want basic information as we roll out different features, for example, the Algo Trader basics for anybody who's missed the video, like I said, you can see here in the chart, there's arrows. Catch a move, it starts moving down. I know it's a little bit small on your screen right now. This was for a huge move up. I caught the full move up and I explain it. Note, I'm not narrating it. And I mentioned that in the video. It's not me saying arrow going up live. That would be redundant. There's no point. There's an audible chime and there's an arrow. You can't miss it. So we have the visual and we have the audio cue as well. And so that wraps up the general take. Over time, you might see some things change here. We reorganize them. We'll introduce new features. We've revamped it a few different times. We're always striving to bring the absolute best, to consolidate channels so that it's not overwhelming and to give you a clear understanding of what is in front of you. But the platform itself provides a tremendous amount of value. And as I said, that's just one component of Insider Access. You have the regular analysis, briefings, ideas from me that I deliver via video. That's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.